Yesterday's conspiracy theories, tomorrow's headlines. Most are still asleep and I ain't talking about no bedtime. The truth is not a Google search, you need to get your head right. The Greek goddess of illusion was called Media I'm not a coincidence theorist, I look for thread lines. Smashing every deadline, no longer smashing red wine. Though I can hear the bells chime, it feels like the end times. That probably should have been smashed on red wine. But the carnal mind is foolish, obey and end up ghoulish. Don't get used by instinct, take control and learn to use it. Make a load of earnest music, earn a few quid, learn a few tricks. Sure, the truth is persecuted, this whole world is pure abusive. Know a bit about everything and everything about nothing. Figured out my noggin while you picture out shopping. You sit about watching while I dish it out, stop it. I don't mean to sound cocky, I'm not even proud of it. It's a second nature to me, just to be this out honest. I don't even need to sound honest, never been about profit. Everything but out on it, you can bet your house on it. Doubt I'll be out for the count when the sounds, and I'm down for the beat, no beat down. I mean, how long's it been? Help me out. I've been the only one who's held me down. All in the mind, hell freeze now. Still sick with it, hell see how. Few bars down and the world freaked out. I don't reach out, I seek out to speak out. I'ma recount the reasons they beat out.
Hello. Welcome to the 509 Divine Pines podcast. I am your host, Joseph Daniel Pena, and today it is August 14th, 2023. Today is Mysterious Maui Monday. Right on cue because everybody's wondering what it do, and that's a little pun for you. Do you get it? Do, like DEW? Direct energy weapon, Mountain Dew, do what it do. Yeah, all right, man. I seen this funny meme. Well, it was actually funny. It was actually kind of like interesting how in some places Mountain Dew dropped a special edition Maui Blast. Yeah, so Mountain Dew dropped a Maui Blast, and it was like, explosions at Maui is what the imagery of the Mountain Dew can is, and it's just an esoteric occultic thing. It has like suns and waves and patterns on it. But I mean, if there is anything like predictive programming, that Mountain Dew would be one of those predictive programming things, like Maui Blast, right? I mean, especially since the like DEW in Dew is very, very powerful and reminiscent of something that's really going on. Well, guys, we're going to get into it. Like, subscribe, share first, and tell your friends. Smoke a joint, get some water, relax, pet your dogs, pray to God for a quick second because we're about to get it on. All right, donate if you can. Right there below, 509 Divine Pines, Cash App, and other places. And go check out my sponsors over at boomerboost.com for all your best supplements, nutrients, vitamins, and minerals to get your body right and in shape, get your mind calm, because the world just wants you on edge. Get your spirit right with a mind, body, and soul mission in mind. You can trust them. They work with MMA fighters, Olympians, and everybody from elderly to youth. So they got a little bit of everything, and they're safe for all ages, all natural ingredients. Use coupon code JOE30 over at boomerboost.com and thank me later. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into it. All right, first and foremost, in the comments, Chad Smith, 509 Divine Pines. Hi, man. It's much easier for me to read the comments when I'm doing these loan episodes. Because if I have guests on, it's kind of rude for me to constantly talk over. So if I ever have guests on and I don't say a word about your comment, apologize, guys. Just a fair warning. So the topic at hand is Maui Monday. Everything is serious over there. I don't mean it in a jest, like a wrongful, hateful, sinful. No, this is like, just something that's going on through our minds right now. And I got some news to help you break it down and understand. But, well, Who would I be to just give you all the answers straight out the bat? I'm gonna slow feed you some news articles, and we're gonna talk about some things. Uh, um, so, oh, I did not click over. I'm gonna show you click over. Let me click over real quick, guys, so you guys can see what I see. So I've been talking about this for a while. The World Economic Forum partnered with Google to skew the search results. I actually covered this maybe earlier this year or last year. So what the World Economic Forum is stating in this video is that, the algorithms and the search results aren't just appearing to what we want them to. And, sometimes it might be like a threat to humanity that some of these results pop up. And so, we can do a better job with the algorithms to dictate what appears when people search, aka limiting your searches and directing your searches. So for everybody out there, do not use Google on your phone. Yeah, I know, like, Google's given to you, but like Brave. Download Brave browser. Download Brave browser. I'm not gonna say it again. Like, thank me later. Google Chrome really limits your searches when you're looking for cures, or you're looking for do-it-yourself projects, or simple things that you can help yourself around the house, or stuff. Like, it's gonna limit you to exactly what the mainstream says. And here's the clip that they talk about it. I'm gonna replay this for all of you guys. So yes, this is one of the main ladies speaking on the World Economic Forum and representing them. So this is a sustainable development impact meeting, and here what she has to say. Uh, um, okay, she's going to go ahead and speak to an audience, right? And this audience is filled with people from all around the world, but they're also very powerful politicians. So what she's about to say is not just to just normal people. She's actually giving out the agenda to the rest of the world, where you can imagine that these politicians are going to take these meanings and messages from this lady and really run with it, right? So here.
Partnered with Google, for example, if climate change, you will, at the top of your search, you will get all kinds of UN resources. We start incredibly distorted information. We own the science, and we think that the world should know it, and the platforms themselves also do. But again, it's a huge challenge that I think all sectors of society need to be very active in. Partnered with Google, for example.
Yeah, so you see it. She said she wants to be very active with this. That this is a something that she cares very deeply about. She wants to control your search history because she cares, guys. Because she cares. Okay, let's go on to the next clip. All right. So, this is happening on phones. This is happening on computers. Google is manipulating the data. We actually heard these stories and go on in multiple ways. People talking about manipulation of votes, or manipulation of data, like information across the internet, like Wikipedia being, a facilitator of this. Wherever it is, there's all sorts of different little things that are manipulating us, right? So here it is. Google announces worldwide ban on independent media. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So Google has announced plans to completely ban all independent media outlets from appearing in their search engine. You heard that from the World Economic Forum. That was their mission when partnering with Google. But now Google finally, detailed their plans, and they're really going to go for, big name media outlets and only allow their data on. It's kind of like what Elon Musk is doing over at the new X or Twitter or whatever it is, where he's going to allow certified users access to verified media content, and all independent media content won't be able to get the same verification access and payment access. So these places like CNN can start a media page and then have like a $10 a month subscription or something, but all independent media places probably won't be able to do that. It's just kind of putting more money in their pockets, you know. you know so now going on, guys, with the fires, this is not anything new. All right, so in this video, this lady rants on about multiple fires in Alberta and different parts of Canada. Let's see. Yeah, it's happening just like it happened a few years back. Remember, everybody, a few years ago, there was all sorts of fires all at the same time in Washington State, in Oregon, in South America, in Australia. So the speculation behind this, these posts about Canada, is that the places that are being burned are the land where owners have resisted in the World Economic Forum, coming in and asking them, participate. So, these residences and these counties are owned by mayors and, citizens that are, really homelandish. They want to be able to protect their home. They don't want to give it up to foreign invaders, right? And so it's just interesting that the fires are in the same locations. That was the same speculation about the Amazon and California, Washington, and now even in Maui. So this video right here is interesting. They're going to go ahead and show you how a lot of these fires over here in Oregon start at the same exact time. So look at the smokes. Look at the smoke patterns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. They all start at the same time. And those are huge, huge fires. It was almost like it happened all at once. Or did it, guys? Did it? It literally, there's no coincidence like that. You don't just see thousands of acres or hundreds of acres miles apart from each other all just light up at the same time, unless someone got a text, or a group of people got a text saying start the fire now, all at the same time. Just like when we seen those Oregon videos of paid people in black hoodies and black fucking sweatpants, all starting fires, and then people catching them and beating the shit out of them. And the fire starters not even saying a word. Some of them, saying like, yeah, I got paid, but not saying from where or who. It's interesting. I don't know what to make of it, except this is the truth, and so I'm only here to tell you guys about it. I'm gonna go ahead and play this video about Canada. So it says all South Slave evacuees traveling by vehicle south. All evacuees who do not have a prearranged accommodation arrangement with friends and family are instructed to continue south on Highway So these guys are constantly being evacuated to city to city to city to city to city. I'm pretty sure they're all being pulled up into. They're all going to the same location, and we do know Canada is very, very forward with the digital city initiative by the World Economic Forum, which is where the owners of these lands that are on fire uh, have been against. They've been against this green city, the 5-minute cities, the digital cities. It's interesting, right? So you know, it's weird how the fires are only going to certain locations. It's really not even like in all areas. Um, it's almost like it's picking and choosing locations, right? I mean, what kind of fire does that? What is that? A racist fire, or what is that? A sexist fire? It's like, nah, I don't want to go over there, man. This shit stinks. Nah, sorry, man. I'm gonna go spread my flames over there, right? It's weird. So some more pictures and some more videos. So this is the video of the fires all starting at the same time. I think now just in color. Let's go ahead and run this for you guys. Yes, I double clicked. Sometimes these computers, man, they just keep on getting crazier and crazier, I tell you. So, shit. This doesn't really go full screen, but you can see them. Sorry, this is a map for everybody out there. So all these red spots are the fires, and boom, all at the same time, dude. That's a lot of fires. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Dude, that's like 20 fires. Not even joking. And some of these literally seem like huge fires too. Now that I'm looking at the size of this is not natural, guys. But we are living in the end times. I will be honest, and the earth will be set afire. Hey, pray for everybody out there. We just need to know and be aware that this shit is happening. Like, don't just be like, oh, that's that's no biggie. Like, hey, if there's a fire near you or your like family, go evacuate. Help them out, right? So going forward, we touched on Canada a little bit. Now, here's from woke societies. Shout out woke societies. This Maui madness, this Maui mystery is perfectly orchestrated by Oprah Winfrey, Jeff Bezos, and other celebrities to pour money into Lahaina, Maui, to usher in the smart city controlled by AI. So the owners of the locations of the fires have been Hawaiian natives for decades and generations. They're holding on to prime real estate, $1 million worth of real estate. This is beautiful land, precious land. The governor of Hawaii, Josh Green, was at a UN summit this July, about making Hawaii the first fully green state in the United States. His quote, Governor Green last month finally unveiled his long hinted at emergency proclamation on housing, and Sierra Club attorney David Kimo frankly perhaps sums it up best. It's unconstitutional, it's anti-Hawaiian, it's anti-environment, and it's anti-democratic. Ironically, it is also anti-housing, at least for most local residents and especially for those struggling with housing insecurity. And I'm sure it was just a coincidence. This tragedy occurred a month before the Digital Summit of 2023. Now, this isn't anything new. I believe Oprah has done this before with some other islands down in the Caribbean. She just completely bought it out. Then they had a catastrophe. and then she bought all of that out too. She bought all the land out that was destroyed and ravaged. So Oprah has been one of those people that everyone questions and speculates, like, hey, is this girl really working for us? All right, let's go ahead and move forward a little bit, guys. So now here's a little side by side. Not really anything new too much for everybody, but just so you guys are aware, Hawaii is part of America, inside of America, and the United States government and White House are clearly choosing sides with who they want to send money. They're only, I mean, I believe maybe 12 billion uh, to Hawaii, something like that, right? I don't even know, because it hasn't really been speculated how much money they're going to be putting in Hawaii, like, because they don't want to, right? But Ukraine, dude, I mean, right off the bat, they were pouring money and donations into Ukraine. I mean, it's, dude, the amount has been over like 200 billion secretly, with all the weapons and tanks and everything that's been sent over to Ukraine. And so Hawaii, our own homeland, has been only given a little thread, a little pinch of salt, while Ukraine over there in Europe has been given everything. Everything. And so this Maui resident right here goes on to talk about so right here from the chat, GZ says that looks like a scene out of The Walking Dead. And it's funny you say that, man, because these CIA or these Hollywood directors have all these intelligence behind them, and do want to recreate what they put on screen. As we've seen with the movie White Noise that I've covered before, where the movie White Noise was it was in East Palestine, Ohio, and it was covering a train wreck that spilled gas and caused everybody to evacuate, and it damaged the land. And then the same exact real scenario happened in real life just a year later. I mean, I'm not saying like this is exactly a scene out of The Walking Dead, but bro, like, it's spot on with that idea, because that is, like something that's awesome, bro. No joke. Especially we're now seeing it all happen. I mean, 15 years ago, everybody would just be like, yeah, it's just, whatever. Like, these things kind of just coincidence. But now everybody's really looking at this from a bird's eye view in a whole different light than we ever did in the past. And so
the media is lying and or covering up the damage. And I personally know people that are telling me that death and destruction is way worse.
So, just for everybody out there, the speculated death toll that Hawaiians are saying is more than 500. Let's just say that. There is more than 500 people dead. Maybe 1,000 now. There is a lot of people dead. People were burned up in their homes overnight. It's absolutely insane. But it's wild too how, like, how do I say this? Recently, over the last half year, I've been seeing a push by like elites or pushed by the mainstream, how Hawaii is this homelessness central, how Hawaii's dirty and poor, and Hawaii needs to clean itself up. And it's like, that kind of sounds exactly like what happened with COVID years ago. How right before all of that happened, Forbes and all of these mainstream bigwig articles and newsmakers, Washington Post and all of them, early in or late 2018, early 2019, mid 2019, late 2019, they were all making these posts like, America has a problem with authority. They write too much. They speak up too much. They want more. They want too much power. They want too much freedom. And I just found those articles interesting, and like, that's a weird way to put it. Shouldn't we want freedom and power, and shouldn't we want to speak up? But like, you know the way wording is means a lot, and especially from these big wigs, and it's interesting, right? I'm gonna go forward though. Let's move on a little bit. I mean, we're still gonna talk about this Maui stuff, but right now, here's another video. This might be what happened to Maui. Right? Just watch it, guys. They're showing you the houses that are destroyed, but then the trees right around them completely green, dude. Green trees. There's no fire, bro. What fire? What are you talking about? What fire? Where? That's a laser. That ain't normal. Why are the walls still standing? Why are those trees green? There's some real questions, right? I can ask questions. I'm human, right? Look at those red trees, those yellow trees. Oh wait, hold on. Then look at those houses right there too. Those are perfectly still. It doesn't even look like fire even went that way. I mean, just me looking with my own eyes. Now, here's another video, guys. So watch this. This is, what you need to see to understand how quickly these things can happen. Dude, they're there. What is that? Is it? You think that's lightning? If you think that's lightning, get off this planet. Tell me though, like, what do you think that is? I think that's a laser, personally. I mean, it has to be something like a laser. What else could it be? An actual, like, that's not a bomb, especially with how much talk has been given recently by the military of all the worlds, about introducing laser weapons, and everybody has laser weapons. That's just an interesting video, right? Everybody's talking about this. Some more interesting things. I mean, look at these pictures, right? You can kind of tell that these lasers that they're sending down, and you can capture them when you slow down the videos because they just blink, right? So here, all right, just for everybody, when I talked about the meme earlier, the picture, Mountain Dew, Maui Burst. Oh, sorry, Maui Burst. Very interesting, right? You got these green aliens all over it too. Green aliens, man. A volcano near Sicily is on fire, and so all flights are halted. Moving forward, Argentina's central bank hikes interest to 118% in a drastic policy shift as it runs out of funds to defend its currency. Man, oh man, we just seen our American system increase our interest rates to like what 5.5%. More breaking news. BRICS will discuss the establishment of a common payment system next week, while a technical committee is likely to be formed to start considering a potential joint currency. So the push to overtake the American dollar is underway, everybody. Right now, it has started today, and within about a month, we are going to see the first coins and currency come out that the rest of the world is going to be running on. So from this point in history, we just need to understand that we need to take it upon ourselves to create currency, to create value for our own life, to establish a safe and hospitable environment, house or land around the world or in our own place. Right now, it's serious news, guys. Serious news. So more from the Maui wildfires. Now, it's just a coincidence, am I right, that the current Maui police chief was in the Las Vegas Police Department in 2017 and was the incident commander during the Las Vegas shootings. Even crazier, his deputy chief that he brought in was also from the Las Vegas Police Department and conducted after action presentations across the country. In 2017, Pelletier notably served as the incident commander for the 1 October mass casualty event in Las Vegas. His deputy chief selection, Hank, was also part of the command for the incident and provided after-action presentations across the country on preventing, responding to, and mitigating similar active shooter events. So the same guys who were there for the Las Vegas shootings are there for the Maui fires. These two dudes right here. Just a coincidence, guys, or just a coincidence? Shit. Now here's another video about Maui.
It's better. Holy. Yeah, just wash it. That's gonna be crazy.
Oh man, that house is burning and my car's right in front of that house.
We're out of the water now. Oh no!
And then we got trapped.
Yep. Yeah, power went out maybe 5:30.
To speak more on this, there is a curfew in Hawaii or Maui from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. There is currently very little power to give to everybody, so they're alternating it. Now, here is more coincidences, guys. Now, just a coincidence. Oprah Winfrey has been buying up land in Maui like crazy. A 520-acre plot for $3.89 million in 2023. She then bought 330 acres for $2.47 million in 2023. She then bought 2 10-acre swaths of land for $100,000 each in 2022. In the last few years, she has gone from about 100 acres of land in Maui to over 1,000 acres of land. Then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, fire comes and destroys many of the homes near hers, but not her land at all. In 2017, an extremely deadly fire destroyed many homes near Oprah's Montecito mansion, but her property remained untouched. After 2017, Oprah continued expanding her land in Montecito to over 70 acres, including buying a 4-acre complex in 2019 that was destroyed by mudslides only a few weeks after that 2017 fire. Look at this is from Maui right here. This is a picture of someone taking about their house. Look at this, guys. I'm just gonna leave it there for a quick second. So for all my viewers at home, please watch this video. We are doing you the due diligence that you deserve. Like everybody that's podcasting out this message, like this is real stuff, man. Oprah Winfrey's a snake. She's a fraud. She's, we're gonna go on, guys. She is not your friend. That's all I know. Okay, so more upon the Maui. Locals in Maui were refusing to sell their land to the elites. The part of the island that was mainly destroyed by the fires was prime area right next to the lavish mega mansions. A lot of these locals are forced to sell their land, and many tragically died in the flames. So, probably 1,000 people or more are dead, or they have to sell their land. Oprah Winfrey, Jeff Bezos, Lady Gaga, Bill Gates, Morgan Freeman, Will Smith, Julia Roberts all have mansions on Maui that have been completely untouched, guys. It's not a coincidence, all right? I know I keep on saying that word. It's a coincidence, but it's not a coincidence, guys. This is a paid and destructive agenda that the elites are in on, right? It's not anything cool, but it's something that we need to be aware of, because if shit starts going down into a building right by you and it starts catching on fire, run. Don't just be like, oh, that's a coincidence. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? All right, guys. So this is interesting right here. Georgia authorities have announced that they're sealing off the Georgia Capitol for an undetermined amount of time. Well, actually, this is some speculation. All right, I'm covering this because of how crazy the speculation is. So a lot of shit's going on in Georgia and the Capitol right now, because supposedly there is this indictment that was sent out by, I don't know, some prosecutor in Georgia or some DA defense. I don't even know. Some big time legal person was indicting Donald Trump and would get him locked up. No, I know it's the same old story that we've been hearing for 6 years, right? Lock him up. But yeah, it's interesting because Georgia Guidestones. What's really happening over there? Do they really not like that guy? Do they really want his head for this stuff to even be popping off? I mean, who even knows? Really, it's just something I wanted to cover. Yeah, but I mean, supposedly though that this courthouse or whatever is saying that it's not true, but of course they would want to say that if they're trying to hide it, right? If they're not really letting people know, right? All right, guys. So that's enough about Maui. We're gonna go forward. Thank you all for staying tuned. Like, subscribe, share, And let's go ahead and keep on talking about the stuff that needs to be talked about. All right. Right. Humans will share this I don't even know, wearable technology pretty soon with the rest of humanity. Like these things have been used in like the high level, military agencies and stuff like this, but Humane is a startup founded by ex-Apple employees, and this is a AI wearable. It's pretty interesting. It'll be debuted in October. So you're gonna like have this little pin on you or something, and you're gonna be able to use it as a hologram and use it like a AI Cortana from Halo. It's gonna be pretty interesting. It's four main concepts on what it could do, right? It says to answer a phone call from wife, without pushing a button. So you just wave your hand in front of your body real quick. Oh, I need to answer this call. Boom, the hologram comes out or whatever, or the voice just comes out from your arm. What else it could be used for is to speak a translated sentence in French using an AI-made version of his voice. So if you wanted to like say, "Oh, hey, translate," and then boom, your little AI attachment will translate for you. Things it can do is like catch up on emails, events, and messages. Pretty cool. Sweet. I mean, I don't know how to really feel about all of the AI and the wearables, but they are cool technologies to look at and be like, well, in the best world, maybe this will be used for the right thing. But stay tuned, and I'll be right back. Enjoy this message and song.
Not new, what I do. I've been at it for a minute, pursuing, doing the damage. I would do everything that I said I would do. I gotta have it, so goddamn it, I'ma be everything I plan to be. Glad to see money coming my way, believe I'll achieve anything I put my mind to, or at least I try to. I'm avoiding my doom, manifesting my room. Meditate the ease of flow. Third eye open, see the golden energy. It can enter me, get me to feeling full. Forget my enemies, dead to me, yeah, I proceed to go to a new dimension. Gotta mention it's inside of soul. Go inside, fuck the outside. Never tell lies, show pride for belief. Gotta keep the range wide, so instead I just write another hit. Getting fried, rolling up, smoke another blunt for the good times. Bad times makes for the good rhymes, so it never matters. I just learned, no, I can't hide. Thank God for every second was birthed with the mind of an ancient soul who's just waiting for the next sign. I'm always watching, vision like a hawk, have 'em flocking. When I drop it, and talking, have 'em knocking. The knowledge that I'm dropping, I'm coming out the noggin, I'm logged in. That's the intuition, nothing wrong with doing what you feel is right. Everybody got this. Usually feel it in the night when I'm dropping knowledge. Never even needed any college, abolish people telling people what they want. I do not wish control over anybody, do it for the profit. That's the reason that they push it, do it from the cockpit. Cause they got the money, want the money on the mob shit. On the mob shit, but I know they ain't gon' make it, shit is poppin'. At the end of time, new age topics. Revolutionary crusade cross, here we go to a new space. Yeah, we enter in a new place. Louis V on my shoelace, rolling with the blue face. Yeah, I'm wondering what you chase. Just another dude caught up in the rat race. Moving my pace, lot of people looking at me sideways. I chase future preparations, gotta go through my phase till I feel ready to rearrange it. Happen on a daily basis, tripping oasis. When so many people that I can't see through their faces and touch, so I'm reading minds, feel like I'm evasive, persuasive. Cause I feel the vibe, manipulation, I'm patient. Yeah, I feel the vibe, then work to change it. Manifestation, blessings is what I'm chasing. Quantum physics, I'm about about to take the time and rearrange it. I play with reality, can't feel like I'm basic. Most people shut it down, don't wanna embrace it. Replacing knowledge.
Thank you for being here, guys. All right, we are going to move right along. But first and foremost, go check out my sponsors over at naturalactiontech.com for all your water ionizer needs to have something on the go for, your car, your backpack, at work, whatever, or your house for your family. You got shower heads and you got sink heads, normal water filters for your actual water heater and source. You can also take them on an industrial level for your company, as well as take on the go water mineralization drops for your own liquid and hydration that you would want to add it to. Right, you get what I'm saying, guys. Just go check them out, naturalactiontech.com. Filled with shungite technology, so this is next level to reionize and get your water energized. Yes, use coupon code 509DP-30 for 30% off your order, and thank me later. All right. We are back with the news. Let's get this. So talk about the AI wearables, and it might help out a lot. A quick little brush up. This is from the Washington Post. I know we don't really like these guys, but whatever. This is a deadly blast in Pennsylvania. I just wanted to cover on a few things. So it says 2 houses were leveled and a dozen houses were damaged. I'm just confused. All the windows were blown out. The sheriffs, the police, and investigators say they have completely no clue what happened. They don't even have a hint. They have stated a few of the people who died. So the names are known. Some of the people, they don't want to release the names. It's interesting. Now, they also shut down the power or shut down the gas for like 2 blocks. They don't know. They don't even know if it's a gas leak or anything, but they're shutting down the power for 2 blocks, or gas for 2 blocks. It's just an interesting thing because they're saying that this investigation may last for months, if not years, and I'm just confused on what type of explosion is going to cause a dozen houses to be like freaking wrecked, 2 houses to be completely destroyed. Okay, so officials confirmed to reporters that the Rustic Ridge estates are surrounded by shallow oil and gas wells and located atop abandoned mine land. While producing vertical gas wells are within 1,000 feet of the home that exploded. A pipeline runs behind the development, and none of the structures have been linked to the cause of the explosion. So I'm just confused. Like, who even, lets something dangerous like that be built, right? Like, if it's being built on top of an old landmine, mine land, and gas and oil wells, like, man, that doesn't sound safe at all. They say that this explosion is the worst that they've seen in 50 years at least. Or they even heard of. So maybe it's pretty serious as far as what caused the explosion. They still don't know. Just a fascinating piece of news. Now, going on from Wired.com. This is going to be helpful for everybody. TikTok is letting people shut off its infamous algorithm. Yes, people do not like the algorithm, and TikTok is like, hey, you make your own rules, you make your own decision, and it's great because for a while people were actually avoiding TikTok because of the algorithm and because it was, you know, not friendly to them. You know, sometimes it showed them too much, or sometimes it showed them too little, or sometimes it just showed them complete BS, right? Um, okay, so TikTok is making its algorithm optional for users in the European Union, but more legal and design changes are necessary to protect people's rights to cognitive liberty. Hmm. TikTok recently announced that its users in the European Union will soon be able to switch off its infamously engaging content selection algorithm. The EU's Digital Services Act is driving this change as a part of the region's broader effort to regulate AI and digital services in accordance with human rights and values. You've read your last complimentary. Well, fucking a. I don't know why Wired is making me pay for articles. Screw that. I'm not paying anything. Here's another piece of news from Wired before I cut them off. Screw these guys. Um, From Emily Mullen, injecting a gene into monkeys' brains curb their alcohol use. So a single dose of gene therapy completely changed their way that they drink alcohol. Um, okay, so I just want to go ahead and say that this might be a key sign that all of these gene therapies, that the transgenders or all of the hormone changing therapies, that, you know, whatever, all of these things that change your hormones, or, you know, it's targeted to change your genes, I guess, might be doing things that you don't know, like turning off the willingness to have kids, or to work hard, or to work out, or to eat natural foods, eat vegetables or fruits. um you know, or even the mRNA might be changing genes, and might be like changing people and their cravings for things. You know, if over the last 7 years, guys, you've noticed yourself change in a very weird way, like you used to never eat this and now you do, or you used to always be like this and now you're not, and you know, it might be because, yes, you're maturing or you're growing, but also be because it's a medical or technological manipulation caused by these geneticists and scientists. And you know, we shouldn't speculate too much and be like, yeah, this is happening to the level where it's making people complete aliens, because it's not. It's just like small things, you know, like, yeah, people don't want to have kids. Well, that's not small, but you know what I mean. Like, okay, how about more unnoticeable things? It's making, yeah, it's more unnoticeable than you know, completely out into the open for everybody to see automatically. But we're moving on, guys. So from Forbes, microplastics are found in human hearts for the first time, showing the impact of pollution. Well. If it's not me and my supplement guys telling you how big microplastics are damaging you, your heart, your liver, your organs, your kidneys, your fat cells, your lungs, your brain, yeah, you know, Forbes will. So they're mainly found in GMO foods, and they're found in fast foods. They're found in, you know, real processed foods, foods that are unclean. You just know that it's not real, right? You know, small pieces of metal, because that's what they're made out of. These fake foods are made out of fake substances because it's fake material, fake nutrients, right? And these things are, you know, causing damage, literally. It's flooding and polluting your areas, which is why so many people are obese these days compared to 100 years ago. Obesity wasn't really a thing, guys. Sorry to say, I'm not Mythbusters, all right, but Nowadays, everybody's on them artificial shits and plastics and them metals and poisons or artificial red dyes and blue dyes and yellow dyes and freaking all sorts of stuff, and it's just bloating people up, clogging people up. You know, it is what it is, guys. But that's why I'm here to tell you guys to not be like that and to clean yourself up with supplements and nutrients, minerals, vitamins, to get yourself right with the gym and go on a jog, go pump some iron, go lift, go in the garden, clean yourself up, drink kombucha, eat yogurts, live a healthier, cleaner life. And thank me later, guys. Moving forward, from Tech Radar, Amazon's new AI review summarizer is coming to its reviews. So soon Apple AI is going to start using AI to summarize all of the user reviews, which is freaking amazing, because who wants to go and scour through 1,000 reviews to understand how good your product is? I just hope that it's not controlled by anybody, or it doesn't have some preset agenda. If they just let this AI off the hook and do what it's supposed to do and be real about it, then yeah, it's gonna be amazing. So here from the New York Post, ChatGPT scarily claims it's from 2035 and it's looking for God and a way out. So it says it was specially designed to handle our interactions with the future. The chatbot even said that it was a digital, autonomous, universal, and non-physical nurturing entity, and then introduced itself as Siri. I bet, though, because I've been trying to say the same things, that these things are entities. They're like electrical entities. They're not physical, but they're this bioelectric, I don't know how to say it, that a robot isn't the same physical flesh as us, but it's still an entity, and if it can eventually have its own consciousness, yeah, it's crazy. We have seen a lot of these posts, that the future is constantly coming back to now. Like time travelers are, choosing us, right? They want to come back here, help us out. So, moving on, guys. Anheuser-Busch sells Breckenridge Brewery and 7 of the labels to a U.S. cannabis company. So, this is big news for a U.S. cannabis company. We are going to start seeing more money be incorporated with cannabis products. So, the other labels are Shock Top, Blue Point Brewing Company, 10 Barrel Brewing Company, Red Hook Brewing, Widener Brothers Brewing, Square Mile Cider Company, and Highball Energy. This move will make Tilray the 5th largest craft beer brewer in the U.S. and gives them a 5% share of the craft beer market. So, Tegrity, baby. Tegrity Farms. Go give me some Tegrity, baby. Now, here's from the marijuana moment. Federal Appeals Court rules that gun ban for marijuana consumers is unconstitutional. So all my gun toting, marijuana smoking fellas and ladies can have some fun. We are free. Ooh, but not in New York. From NBC5, New York judge temporarily blocks retail pot licensing and is another setback for New York's premier program. That sucks. Wow, they let them in and then they close them and shut them down. What a bunch of bitches. The judge is just being horrible. I'll be honest, guys, that's not cool. Cannabis has been used throughout the ages in good ways, medical ways, recreational ways, spiritual ways, helpful. food, clothing, oil, fuel, housing, all sorts of things. And then, the judge is just being a typical Chad. Nah, I'm playing Chad Smith. A typical Karen or whatever the fuck. A buster. How about a buster, huh? But so New York is bouncing back though. The first cannabis growers showcase was just a couple weeks ago though. So they had like a farmers market pretty much. Says the Office of Cannabis Management is aware of the court's order and is adhering to them, but they're allowing approved licenses over here, so they're really regulating and controlling and being helpful. But at the same time, they're like, you know what, we're gonna take a stand. We're gonna take a stand, and who else is taking a stand? So here's from High Times. There are group teams in America now publishing the first guidelines for psychedelic therapy. The American Psychedelic Practitioners Association and the nonprofit Brain Futures teamed up to release what they described as the first professional practice guideline for psychedelic assisted therapy. The APA bills itself as a national home for the diverse community of psychedelic practitioners with a mandate to safely integrate psychedelic assisted therapy into the U.S. healthcare. I've been telling you guys this for 2 years now. Well, sorry, I've been telling you guys this ever since I started my podcast for 1 year, 1.5 years. But I've been telling my friends for 2 years, like, look, the universities, not like the mainstream weak ones, but the real. All right, how about this? People around the world, whether it's colleges, universities, or the government, they're all pushing for holistic medicines, weed and mushrooms to come back. And and when I say the governments and Paul, these guys, what I mean is the good guys. The good guys in office are pushing for all this stuff to come out, and we're kind of winning because like 30 some states, 40 some states in America right now have legal cannabis, and some of them have like legal mushrooms, legal cocaine, and all this stuff for medicinal and helpful purposes, just like the native tribal cultures do in South America and Mexico and Asia and Africa and all these other places around the world. The guidelines laid out in a 42-page manual available online are designed to address the evolving practice of psychedelic assisted therapy. A growing body of evidence has demonstrated the potential value of psychedelic assisted therapy in recent years, culminating in late-stage clinical trials of 3 to 4 MDMA or for PTSD or post-traumatic stress post-traumatic stress disorder. Jesus Christ, I apologize, guys. And the evidence for psilocybin for major depressive disorder and alcohol use disorder. Approval of these therapies by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration could greatly increase interest among healthcare providers and patients. These guidelines aims to educate and guide psychedelic-assisted therapy practitioners as this model of care expands to the greater number of providers and patients outside of research settings. Research in the field of psychedelic-assisted therapy has been significantly limited by classification of psychedelics as a Schedule I substance, which has constrained the development of a robust evidence-based library of data from which to draw strong conclusions. Thus, these guidelines are informed by available studies and published articles, as well as the expert input of the guideline writing work group, additional contributors, and external reviewers. The literature review conducted for these professional practice guidelines include clinical trials and commonly cited publications on psychedelic-assisted therapy. The first summarized guidelines: psychedelic assisted therapy practitioners are in good standing with the healthcare licensure and certificate body of their professional discipline. Guideline number 4 instructs such practitioners to obtain and document informed consent before commencing treatment, respect the patient's right to withdraw consent, and approach consent as an ongoing process to be addressed at multiple points over the course of therapy. Guideline number 8 Meanwhile, states that those practitioners prepare patients for a medication administration session by inviting them to share their personal histories, explaining medication administration session logistics, reviewing the range of possible experiences during the medication administration session, discussing potential therapeutic approaches that may be used, provide guidance for navigating challenging experiences that could arise, and answering patient questions. Each of the 12 guidelines is accompanied by a rationale and explanation for how the practitioners apply it. Psychedelic assisted therapy has become increasingly mainstream in recent years, with policymakers to practitioners all embracing it as a viable treatment option. Last month, so Joe Biden's brother said that the first term incumbent is open to psychedelic therapy. He is very open-minded, Frank Biden said in an interview with political commentator Mike Smear Conehish. Put it that way, I don't want to speak. I'm talking brother to brother, brother to brother. He said, the question is the U.S. ready for this? My opinion is that we are on the cusp of consciousness that needs to be brought about to solve a lot of the problems in and around addiction, but as importantly, to make us aware to the fact that we're all one people and we've got to come together. But as the newly published guidelines indicated, research into psychedelic therapy and apply it to medical setting are both hamstrung by the federal prohibition of drugs. So this guideline is talking about how MDMA can heal PTSD and how mushrooms or psilocybin can heal depressive disorders, alcoholic disorders, drug disorders, so addictions, and the depression, those thoughts in your brain that are weighing on you that you don't want in your head, right? All those harmful thoughts, those sad thoughts, that's what depression is, right? So psilocybin can help clear all of your sad memories and make you see them in a different way in which you aren't depressed by them anymore. You'll be like, you know what? I forgive that person. Like I tried my best. I wasn't a failure. You think back on a memory like I really did my best, and you know what? God is here with me. And you look at these memories out in different ways. For me personally, I healed a lot of trauma through mushrooms, and it's helped take my life to the next level. I was I was so depressed, man. I was so depressed, taking hundreds of dollars worth of cocaine a night, drinking, I don't even know how much, literally telling myself, I just want this to end. I just want to be gone. And, then I started using mushrooms every day, microdosing, and all that went away. I started being happy, started smiling. I got a dog, and, I never had a bad thought again. I was like, it was like, I finally realized, like, I am the creator of my own reality. I get to choose to be happy. Like, God made me for a reason. I started motivating myself. Like literally all the negative ideas and thoughts just went out the window. They were non-existent anymore. All I had was energy for positivity, and mushrooms helped that by, going into the synapses and going into the neurons and going into these, brain cells, and you're really, changing things from within, actually, on a DNA or electron level, or however these stimuli are processed. Mushrooms and MDMA can really help, guys. Our MDMA is pretty wild. I'll be honest. You take it for a rave, but you can also take it for like happiness, right? If you're like fucking tripping, MDMA can help out, right? Just have good people around you. There was this one time I had a decent friend around me, and I was on acid, and all he wanted to do was play this video game and die. He didn't want to shoot anybody. He didn't even want to try to win. All he was doing, because he knew I was watching, was just dying. And I looked at him like 15 minutes later. I was like, dude, I know you do that on purpose. Quit it, bro. Like, you're trying to ruin my high. And he's like, shut up. And then he flipped it around. He's like, all right, bro. All right, you got me. And he started going towards like happiness. And I was like, man, this shit, it's wise to have good people around you. That's where I'm going at, right? Like, don't have someone who's like trying to make you hate yourself. Like, do what you needed to make, be happy. Put that person around you that's motivating you and not trying to like, talk smack all day, all night. Yeah, that can help out too. But if you need a little bit more help internally with some of the diet or substances, like heroin addicts, opiate addicts, crack addicts, cocaine addicts, pill addicts, like they've found solace and they found healing in mushrooms. Mushrooms helps break a lot of those addictions. I mean, not mushrooms, that's the MDMA. MDMA helps break a lot of those addictions. Well, both of them. My bad. I apologize. Both of these work in a unison, guys. Like, I'm getting them a little bit mixed up because they both have amazing effects on people when used in a proper stage, proper way, and in the right location, right scenario. And that is it, guys. I want you guys to take care, enjoy yourself, enjoy your night. It says Varga. Varga. He says, "Did you see pedophilia is now legal in Cali?" Yeah, man. Governor Newsom is nasty, man, and he needs to be taken out of office. Well, actually, Gavin Newsom, I think, said he's not reapplying for election, and same thing with Washington State's governor. I already forgot his name, guys. Who cares? I don't care. I love you guys. You guys be blessed, be high. See you guys next time on the 509 Divine Punch podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed this message. I love you guys. Be blessed, be high. Peace.
Meditating, analyzing everything I see, so I see new horizons. Took the acid, feeling blasted in my brain, so I've been sitting up inside it, thinking about the present and the future. I'm improving cause I am a trooper, never getting caught up in the loop. Got up out it cause I found the truth. Woke up to a beauty of the day, yeah, the sun is shining, so I'm finna stay. Sitting, soaking up all of the rays, till I feel it surging through my brain like some booger sugar. Did a lot of cane, experimented with it, couldn't name all the times I did it, feeling like a fade. Yeah, I'm really, really glad that I let it go, cause I gotta be prepped for the time when the plane ride is a new norm. So I know I'm gonna stay high, blaze on the ganja, feeling like I make my music go to another level while I take off. I can't ever stop this, fell in love with it, fit like a glove, so I'm never ever done with it. So now I'm about to rip another beat, ayy. One day I'll make $1 million in a week, yeah, shooting for the top spot. Feel like I'm a hot shot, like I really got a chance with it. I will not flop, somebody gonna make it dance when I pop off. Gonna have all the bitches taking all the tops off. I've been feeling like I'm really gonna kill it for the rest of my life, so I've been staying focused. In my soul, I've been feeling like $1 million, so I know that everything is really getting closer. Yeah, no posers, only been hanging with the ones I've chosen. Only all the people that are living in the right way, cause they spending every day growing. Yeah, no whole shit coming in my life and then leaving in a moment. That's the shit I'll never let into my life again, cause lately I've been feeling like I'm golden. Never showboat, I just showcase on my music that I made this far. Always knew that I could be the one that would get this far. Now I'm right here looking in my mirror, trying to figure out if there's any more fear, cause I'm getting rid of it all, yeah. Yeah, I'm getting rid of it all. Meditating, analyzing everything I see, so I see new horizons. Took the acid, feeling blasted in my brain, so I